CJ Flyer back with a fire, another YouTube video. In today's video, we're starting off the new year with another NBA 2K24 My NBA rebuild. It's the Restart Challenge, aka the Blow It Up Challenge. You guys have seen it before if you've been around the channel. We're taking the NBA roster, we're trading away all 5 starters before the start of the season in an attempt to win the NBA championship within that same season. We don't care about the future after that. If we don't have any draft picks left, it is what it is. So today we have none other than the San Antonio Spurs with Victor Wembanyama, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, and Jeremy Sochan as the 5 starters that need to be traded away. And Wembanyama is kind of our golden ticket here. Hopefully we can get something good in trades for him. And then on top of that, if we go over to the trade finder, you'll see we have 5 first-round picks between 2024 and 2025. So I'm hoping we can get some good value in return for that as well. Like, let's just throw out the unprotected first-round pick for the San Antonio Spurs right off the bat, see if anything comes up, and sure enough, we can get Chris Middleton. So I think we're going to get some good value. We got Jared Allen, Drew Holiday as well. And just to confirm, let me go over to the roster. I believe the update has been made to the New York Knicks. Yep, that's correct. OG Anunoby is on the New York Knicks along with Precious Achiuwa and Malachi Flynn. And then, of course, over on the Toronto Raptors, you have none other than RJ Barrett. And, of course, we have Immanuel Quickley. So he's come up in trades quite a bit in the trade finder, that is, for our previous rebuild restart videos. So we'll just see if he shows up in this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what kind of trades pop up for Wemby. And we only have 7 offers here. First one being from the Atlanta Hawks, and then we have one from the Miami Heat for Bam Adebayo and Jaime Jaquez Jr. We got the Hornets with LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. We got the Jazz with Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler. It looks like everyone is valuing Wemby very highly as we're getting 2 quality players for the price of 1. We got Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. We got Michael Bridges and Nick Claxton. And then we got Scotty Barnes and Grady Dick. So, all in all, the ones that I'm looking at here that I am liking so far, I would have to say is probably this Brooklyn Nets one for sure. We get Michael Bridges and Nick Claxton. I also like the Miami Heat just because Jaime Jaquez Jr., he's been on a tear lately for Miami. Absolute insanity for a rookie that was not a lottery pick. And then, of course, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, that's an interesting one. But I would have to say, yeah, I'm leaning towards the Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton. Obviously, Brunson, Brunson's always a good get. So it's going to come down to those 2. Let's see what other offers we're getting for the other players. Of course, once you make one trade, it kind of changes the offers you're going to get later on. So it's good to just see what our options are. I'd say the best trades that are coming up for Devin Vassell right now is this trade for Aaron Gordon from the Denver Nuggets. And then I guess Bradley Beal. The Bradley Beal trade's not terrible. It's just we're giving up 2 starters for 1. And then, of course, we have Chris Middleton popping up here from the Milwaukee Bucks. The best 2 trades I'm seeing for Keldon Johnson in the trade finder, Chris Middleton trade, we got a Drew Holiday trade, and then we also have another Bradley Beal trade popping up here. So those 3 are the ones that I like the most. But again, once we make one of these trades, there's going to be a domino effect, and likely the rest of them are going to disappear, or at least the offers might not be as good. So here's what we're going to do. I'm leaning towards first trading Wemby because if we don't trade him and we get some good value in return for the other players in the beginning, the Wemby trades might start to dwindle a bit. I see Trae Young here. I see Bam Adebayo. Again, I know we've done it before, but really this Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton trade is just, it feels like it's too good to pass up. I know I like Brunson. Brunson's great and all, but I think that's the best value that we can get here. As far as just, I know really we should be focusing on like superstar talent for Wemby because we're probably not going to get an 89 overall player with any of these other trades, but I'm also trying to build depth. So it's just hard to say, but I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do this Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton trade. So we've gone ahead and done that. We're then going to go ahead and see if that Devin Vassell trade pops up again, or no, it was the Keldon Johnson trade, excuse me. There's a Keldon Johnson trade for, okay, Middleton's still popping up. So the Celtics are no longer offering Drew Holiday. That's unfortunate. That was what I was hoping for, because then we could get a point guard on here. The Bradley Beal trade is still up in the air. And then what else do we have here? Yeah, Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton. So we have this trade here, Devin Vassell and a first-round pick in 2028 for Lauri Markkanen. That is one I would like to consider. I also just want to see really quickly if there's any more trade offers for Drew Holiday. If not, it is what it is. Let's just see if anything pops up, and it's for Michael Bridges. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I like this trade. Yeah, so this is looking pretty good. Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan for Sam Hauser and Drew Holiday. This one's great too. What else we got going on here? Devontae Graham, and then, okay, Al Horford. So I would have to say I'm kind of leaning towards doing the trading Malachi and Keldon Johnson, because then we can still keep Jeremy Sohan to find other trade offers for him. Now, if we look at the current roster, Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton. So if we went ahead and we did that trade for Drew Holiday, made him our point guard, we'd still need a shooting guard and another forward for the starting lineup. So let's go back in here. Let's go to the Celtics, get Drew Holiday. I think it would be a key championship piece. We need some defense, and he could certainly bring that. So, I mean, just imagine Drew Holiday and Nick Claxton and Michael Bridges, all three known for defense, but Michael Bridges, of course, is starting to provide more of that scoring here at this point in his career. So let's go ahead and make this trade. There we go. And now if we look at the roster, Michael Bridges, Nick Claxton, Drew Holiday. We still have Devin Vassell, Zach Collins, and Jeremy Sohan to trade away. And of course, we're going to be trading away some of our draft picks as well. So let's just see what pops up now for Devin Vassell in the trade finder, if there's any other guards or forwards that we can pick up. And so far, not seeing anything that great compared to what we saw before. No one wants to give the San Antonio Spurs any good players anymore, I guess. Okay, so I went into the trade finder. Instead of searching for trades for our current players, I went ahead and tried to seek out other players from other teams. And this trade here for Lauri Markkanen came up. It's Devin Vassell and Trey Jones for Lauri Markkanen and Simone here. So, I like Trey Jones, but I think all in all, this will be an upgrade. We get a good forward to throw into the starting lineup, and I think that works out best for us. So now what we're looking at is Michael Bridges, Lauri Markkanen, Nick Claxton, and Drew Holiday. We really just need a shooting guard, and we still have 2 more starters to trade. We also have these first-round picks, which I'm just going to once again pop into the trade finder and see if anything. See, before we had Chris Middleton pop up, now we got Bobby Portis. I mean, so it just feels like teams are placing like a trade embargo on you. So it's a bit unfortunate, but we got Cam Thomas popping up. We got Şengün, who would end up coming in off the bench. I don't really want him though. I want Chris Middleton. I really want Chris Middleton. Can we please? Let's go ahead in the trade finder, see if something comes up. Yep, none of these offers anymore they're just not good. They're not good for us. It doesn't look like the Bucks are very interested in making the Spurs a title contender. So I'll try one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and actually just propose a trade and see if I can get away with this. Okay, so first attempt at a trade for Chris Middleton. I put in the 2024 first round unprotected pick, 2025 first round unprotected, Devontae Graham, Zach Collins, and Cedi Osman just to get the salaries to work. And we're getting Chris Middleton, Malik Beasley, and Andre Jackson Jr. So now what I'm going to do is replace the Malik Beasley with just honestly anyone else. I don't care who it is. We're just trying to make things work. They're still not interested. Let me go ahead and add another draft pick. Maybe that'll make things happen. And there you go. We've made the trade, and now we have Michael Bridges, Lauri Markkanen, Nick Claxton, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton. Holiday and Middleton reunited in San Antonio. And we still have Jeremy Sohan to trade away off the bench. It's a pretty weak bench, I'm not going to lie. We did have to throw in some key pieces off the bench into that trade to get Chris Middleton. I think it'll be worth it for one season, but we'll have to see. So the team absolutely needs some scoring and playmaking off the bench, and this trade popped up right here for Cole Anthony, so we're going to go ahead and accept that. And now looking at the roster, actually going to the rotation, if we go ahead, reset, so we have Drew Holiday. Ooh, Blake Wesley should not be starting. We should be having... Well, we shouldn't be having... It really should be Chris Middleton, Michael Bridges, Lauri Markkanen. That should be the starting lineup. And then we have Cole Anthony as the 6th man. We got Blake Wesley, we got Charles Bassey, we got Simone, we got Lamar Stevens. So ideally, if we can use our draft picks to get some more quality players off the bench, we're going to try to get one more 80 overall guy, or at least close to 80 overall guy, and see if we can make something happen. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm not super pumped up for this, but I'm a little bit excited that we can get someone of Andre Drummond's quality here in this trade. So we're going to be trading away that first round pick, getting Andre Drummond. And then just out of curiosity, I'm going to throw Andre Drummond in the trade finder, see if we can work our way up. It looks like we can get Malik Beasley and Cameron Payne. That would be pretty nice. Anyone else we can get in here? We could get Ricky Rubio and Tristan Thompson. We could get Peyton Pritchard. What else? Isaiah Joe from the OKC Thunder. And I want to do the same thing with Cole Anthony here. Just see if there's a way we can work our way up the totem pole here and get some more quality players. Like, look at this. Keegan Murray. For Cole Anthony and a draft pick, I might actually consider that, although Cole Anthony just fits better coming off the bench as the guard. But it is something worth considering. We get Derek Lively popping up here, Obi Toppin. I just want to see if we can climb up the overall totem pole and get a higher rated player, but it looks like we might not have anything going for us here. Just looking one more time, pairing the two of them together, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. So I'm thinking this is going to be it. This is going to be the team we roll with. It's going to be Drew Holiday starting at point guard. We're going to have Michael Bridges, Lauri Markkanen, Nick Claxton at center. We got Chris Middleton. We got Cole Anthony. And then, of course, we got Andre Drummond. We got another center. Actually, we don't need this guy. We don't need 3 centers. I mean, we really just need 2. So can we get someone of better value here? Plumlee's of better value, but again, we don't need the centers. All right, I like Isaiah Joe, so we're going to go ahead and make this trade. I think it makes the most sense. Again, we don't need that many centers off of the bench, so if we go once again, redo the rotation here, I guess we'd be starting Isaiah Joe, but that's fine. I don't care. You know, if the CPU coach wants to bring Markkanen off the bench, so be it. So the bench would have Cole Anthony, Lauri Markkanen, Andre Drummond, Blake Wesley, and Simone. Don't know how to say his name. That would be it. That would be the team. I think that's pretty solid. Is it a championship team? Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of defense, that's for sure. A lot of length with some of these players. It'll be interesting to see. So let's go ahead without further ado and start simulating the season. All right, Luka wins the MVP with 37 points per game, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. You already know who's win Rookie of the Year. This time, though, he's on the Brooklyn Nets. Still a black, white, and silver colored team. Averaging 20 points per game, let's be honest. 20 points per game, 11 rebounds, a couple steals, a couple blocks. Russell Westbrook he got traded to the Trailblazers. What the heck? Okay, Westbrook got traded. He got 6th Man of the Year in Portland. Wemby also won Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Johnson, Most Improved. Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player of the Year. The Heat with the 1 seed in the East getting Coach of the Year. And the Spurs, Executive of the Year. There you go. We finished 7th in the conference. I don't know why we got Executive of the Year for that. So that's not looking good. I was about to say our team is kind of garbage. So, okay, let's look at these. No one on the All-NBA teams that we care too much about other than Wemby made it to the All-NBA 3rd team. And then on the defensive team, this is where I'm hoping that we see some of our players. And I don't see anyone. No Spurs. No Spurs. No Nick Claxton. No Drew Holiday. That's very disappointing, but it is what it is. So like I said, our team was kind of garbage. And at the very end of the season, we started winning quite a few games. So hopefully that momentum will be carried into the playoffs. 1 game short of a guaranteed playoff spot. We're in the 7th seed. We got Dallas, Los Angeles Clippers, and Minnesota in the 3 play-in spots below. So we'll see if we're able to get a playoff spot or if we're going to lose 2 in a row here. The Suns missed the playoffs entirely. The Kings as well, and the Jazz. So a few surprises there. Maybe not the Jazz, but a few other surprises. The Pelicans getting the 3rd seed. And the Thunder and the Grizzlies also up there as well. And then over in the Eastern Conference, of course, you know, Celtics and Bucks. Although, you know, the Bucks don't have the guaranteed playoff spot. But again, we've seen how these simulations go. Bucks and Celtics just seem to creep their way up through the playoffs as things start getting simulated. So we'll see how that goes. And looking really quickly at some of the season stats, I'm not going to waste a lot of time going over these like I normally do, but just want to take a quick look at how Wemby did on this team along with everyone else. So, like we said, he averaged 20 points per game. However, Cam Thomas was actually the leading scorer on this team with 22. And then over on the Spurs, of course, let's start looking at our stats here. 18 points per game from Michael Bridges, 16 from Middleton, 16 from Holiday, 16 from Markkanen. We got 13 from Cole Anthony, 11 from Isaiah Joe, 10 from Drummond, and nearly 10 from Nick Claxton. So the scoring is very spread out. And then, of course, looking at the blocking situation, Nick Claxton with 2 blocks, Drummond with a block. Steals, of course, Drew Holiday, Michael Bridges, Isaiah Joe, Drummond, the typical people that you would expect that are contributing on the defensive end and padding those defensive stats are doing just that. So all in all, I'm liking this team. The one thing we are missing is a true star to go to late in the game. As it appears, the scoring is very spread out. So, it might not play very well in the playoffs, but let's just go ahead now, start simulating. And of course, we lose the play-in game versus the Dallas Mavericks. We lose it by 1 point. Or wait a second. No, we won it. We won by 1 point. Excuse me. I just saw Dallas move ahead, and I forgot. They're throwing us into the playoff mix. So we're going to be matched up against Denver in the first round. Sorry, we won the game by 1 point. Drew Holiday with 29, Markkanen 26. You love to see it. A lot of great shooting percentages there. And coming back in the fourth quarter to win this thing, outscoring the Mavs 42-28 in that quarter. Very impressive. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the play-in. It looks like the Mavs are completely missing out of the playoffs, also losing to the Clippers. And we'll go ahead now and start simulating these games. Game 1 going to Denver, as you would expect. It's in Denver. Game 2, though, we still won in Denver. That's pretty nice. Going into Game 3, up 2-1. Good looks. All right, tied 2-2. Down 3-2. I'm expecting we're going to get, yep, there we go. Eliminated in 6 games. Not really a huge surprise there. Again, going up against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Very unfortunate. Only one player scored more than 20 points. Had some poor shooting from some of our key contributors, and that will end the season. So we'll go ahead and simulate the rest here very quickly. Jokic was Western Conference Finals MVP. Donovan Mitchell, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So it's Nuggets versus Cavs. Go ahead and simulate, and the Cavs come back from a 2-0 deficit to win this one in 6 games, and even though the Nuggets lost, Jokic is still getting the Finals MVP, averaging a triple-double with 2 steals and a block and a half. My goodness, that is worthy of a Finals MVP, even though you lost. Very incredible. Did he get injured? Nope, he was playing. So yeah, the Cavs come back, they win it, their 2nd championship in their franchise's history. Let me know if you guys think there was any other moves that we could have done that would have perhaps gotten us out of the first round. Obviously a big turnaround from where the Spurs are in real life, where they're competing for the first pick in next year's draft, I would say. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.